between impunity.storm and Fan5 gonna start real soon. And that was A-List in the guest pan as well. I do believe that she'll be back with us after this game. And we're looking at a really good time here. First game was gruesomely long, 73 fucking minutes. And if you can't go to bed for that amount of time, my god. That's just insane. But that being said, man, impunity.storm still at it. And Fan5, they are still holding on like good men normally do. That's it. Game 2, well underway here. And there we go, lobby. And impunity.storm now going to be help on team Fan5 on Legion side. The band hero is going to be Gemini and Scout straight up. And I do believe that everyone is just really pleased with what they're seeing right now.
Yep.
Except for those who ask for boobs in the chat. That's it. They're not going to be too happy about that.
That's a little bit. That was insane. But yeah. Oh, shout out to. They're doing shout outs now though. So yeah.
Shout out to Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Shirley is
Even
like.
though Kelly is.
Yeah, exactly, man. Nova with the troll. He is just crazy. But that being said, man, I am just really excited to bring us this second game between impunity.storm and Fan5. I mean, Fan5, they just came out. They were like, you know, from the sewers, man. Can't believe I say that. But they just came out from underground and just showed us that they are really of good caliber. First game against impunity.storm, man, 73 minutes. And second game, if they do win this, it's going to be a really interesting series. Lark, who do you think is going to win this series and what score?
I think maybe impunity.storm 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say 2-1. And I think it's... I'm going to think Fan5 is going to win the series, but okay. That is just me hoping for more action, but we don't know what exactly is going to happen. But that being said, man, the heroes that are picked and banned, it's going to be the Ophelia, Sandrift, joining Gemini, and Scout being banned as well. And on the picking phase here, we have Fate being picked with Amoy on Legion side, Engineer going help on team. So again, Dual Gun from Wawa is going to split sides here.
Yeah, I mean, we're never gonna. I think it's been a long time since we've seen the Wild West in one side. Unfortunately, it's not going to be Fate NG lane instead, so less ganks will be happening there. I mean, but you have that point stun coming from Master Worms and the Goo, so there's a decent kill potential there. They're going to have Emperor and Hag again, I believe, or maybe even Nox. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but what is this? Currently, there is something I want to say, and that's Tempest and Keeper again have not been banned out and have not been chosen, so it's kind of interesting. I would like to see Tempest here. Tempest would be so perfect in this spot, and then they just need to ban out Keeper and Parasite in the next banning stage.
Yep, and that's the way it is. But that said, we have Swiftblade been picked up, and so Fan5 playing really differently. I mean, they picked heroes that are really, you know, just not seen for a very long time. They disappeared, somehow just died. Grab the Disciple, one of them. Now gonna go with a Swiftblade. If they are doing this the orange style, I think that that's gonna be dual carry route, and I do believe that Swiftblade should be in the Suicide lane. And that being said, Hack again gonna be picked up by impunity.storm. I think it's gonna be Emperor's signature hero after this entire qualifier. If it does go through, it is going to be a really big hero there, I mean in general for Emperor, and he did have a considerable amount of success in the previous game. Please don't hate on me for saying that, but I think he didn't have the best of early game, but he just nicely made up with that for a second cool ship thing along with the one from Parasite that completed about 30 minutes in. But Emperor, man, he is just not used to the suicide route. I think that he is a bit more in tune with the mid lane, that now Bastom is just nicely helming and doing a lot of extra stuff. But I'm just glad that his entire lineup from impunity.storm is just really working out for them.
Yeah, and the thing is, again, they go for Parasite, and Parasite was, I guess, in a sense you could say, kind of the success, one of the major reasons why they had, you know, such success in that game. It all happened, the mid lane snowballed really out of potential because Parasite ganked mid, they picked up 2 kills, they got the Bloodlust, none of them died, they didn't trade, so that was really good. But at the same time, like I mentioned earlier, Tempest, how can you not pick that? Like, that's such god tier pick, and on top of Engineer Field and Hag, god man, that's just amazing.
Yeah, that is really good. And we have Parasite, Wretched Hack, Engineer already on the Hellborn side. Legion team, pretty good stuff there as well. But in general, Legion side, you don't have much of AoE yet. You have Swiftblade, yeah, if you can call that AoE. Swift Slash is a guy just dancing about in the clouds. No, that's not AoE. And you have a pretty questionable kind of a lineup so far. They need AoE, but they worked kind of well in the first game without AoE. The main reason why they lost at the very end was precisely because they didn't have AoE, and they dragged the game too long to the point when Nox was just obscenely fat. You can imagine this guy was just 100 pounds when the game began. At the very end, 900 wholesome pounds there. That's even bigger and better than your double cheeseburger, whatever you call it. But that being said, Fatty Nymphora, yeah, there we go. But Fat Man Nymphora, a good friend there. But we have a pretty interesting kind of a lineup here on both sides, and it's actually gonna go into the second banning phase. We have the Dampier, Glaciers, Pandemonium, and Bubbles plus Moon Queen being banned out.
Yeah, look at what Elise said in chat as well. What is this? Fade, Master of Arms, Swiftblade. Okay, so I mean you have a decent mid lane with Fade and Master of Arms, like I mentioned earlier. Kill potential is there. Swiftblade, I'm not sure if that's gonna be the carry of the team or even that off lane. I've seen like teams time and time again playing Swiftblade more in that off lane role and going for the dual supports and dual carry-ish kind of style. And so I'm not too sure whether or not it's gonna be that off lane Swiftblade or if it's even gonna be that short lane, hard carry Swiftblade. But nevertheless, there is still that second banning stage to go through. They're starting to address the heroes again from Nox, and Nox was just insane on his Puppet Master. I wouldn't be surprised to see them ban out what is this, the Puppet Master this time around.
Yeah, Puppet Master, man, not bad out, so still alive in this game, could come out here for Team Hellborn, but still Legion sides go first pick, so they can also go for Puppet Master. It's not gonna be that big kind of a hoo-ha if they have a dual carry. Orange Spot ran it before, insane amount of success as well. Swiftblade can do very well. I do believe that it was who was it on Orange that played that? Endkiller, right? Who played Swiftblade and the Suicide was better than WTF's carry in one of those games, but I don't think that my good friend WTF is gonna be too happy once I say that with what I said. But facts, man, that's just facts. And I mean, I'm looking at this game right now. Dr. Repulsor being banned by Nova. There has got to be a meaning to that. But to summarize it here in general, we have a lot of carry being banned. That's Dampier, that's Moon Queen, that's Dr. Repulsor. A bit of rotation coming up from the Pandemonium that is being banned as well. I don't think that Imperial Storm will pick Pandemonium, so Fan5 might be a bit off with banning away the hero as well. But Nova gonna ban out Glaciers, Bubbles, and those are pretty good heroes that was being banned. I guess both teams are really thinking it up. But it's gonna be a madman. What the fuck?
Wow, that's insane. I don't know. The hero's pretty strong in TMM, but with this lineup, not too sure. I mean, you have double melees now, so it's kind of gonna be really screwed really badly because you have the Parasite and the Hag on the enemy side. I definitely think they're probably gonna go for a ranged carry here. No, it's gonna be Kraken. Okay, so this is huge. Okay, we're gonna see a Kraken Emperor, and we're gonna see Nox and Wretched Hag. So guys, don't worry. Hag is going to be being played by Nox there.
Yeah, of course, and we have Kraken being picked up. That's a really refreshing take there. And in general, I would not be surprised if this time Hag is gonna be on Nox as well.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken. I don't think Kraken is gonna be played by Nox in the carry-ish role. Definitely, it's a lot more seen in that off lane. But Marax is actually gonna be the go-to pick there for a Legion side. So that's probably gonna be the mid lane. They're gonna go run with double support Fate and Master of Arms. Not sure if this is gonna be like a Shui type of Fate where he goes for Helm of the Black Legion and Shrunken Head and all that kind of jazz. Revenor
Okay,
actually.
I'm confused right now. Who's playing what?
Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. Revenor's gonna be in Bastomp. Yep, and yeah, it's the same shit. Parasite's gonna be in Venom Sensation. Emperor's just gonna be playing that Narwhal Kraken. I think it's called Narwhal, isn't it?
Narwhal.
Yeah. Narwhal, Will, whatever.
Narwhal, was it?
It's a pretty fucking awesome avatar in my opinion.
Narwhal. Ah, okay, Narwhal. Yeah, it's a Narwhal. It looks shitty up front, but it's pretty cute, to say the least. That's it, man, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 between Storm and Fan5 gonna be well underway here, and we have a really interesting kind of a situation. Both sides with pretty good heroes, and again, refreshing to see that both Tempest and Keeper not banned, not picked. It is one of the rare sites that only Southeast Asia can offer you.
Yeah, it's so rare that like I don't know,
Kelly
man.
Longer.
It's like a 1 out of 10 chance that it happens, but yeah, Kelly Longer, cool stuff.
Never mind, I'm not gonna troll this guy. They're in a tournament, I will not troll them. That is just... But my hand's so itchy, but that's okay. I mean, we're looking at this game here. So game 2, man, Legion team is gonna be Fnatic 5, and we got Mung there being the drafter there. He's gonna be the Fate. We got also AVRC onto the MOA, and Morax has been played by Gamer Berryman. That's gonna be mid lane Morax. Shirley playing as the Madman, and that's one of the best alternate avatar on the Madman. So he's forgiven for having a shit Bubbles alternate avatar in the previous one. But that being said, man, Blar playing as the Swiftblade, and that's the carry, previously doing very well as the Corrupted Disciple. That's it. Hellbound team. We have impunity.storm, who won the first game, and Nova are going to be the captain drafter. He's going to be playing as the engineer, and we have Baston playing as the Revenor, Nox playing as the Kraken instead, and we also got Emperor playing as Retrohack again, and last but not least, VN Sensation playing as Nano Parasite. One of the best alternate avatar Parasite could really have, except for Greed. Oh, sorry, Envy.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I actually didn't notice that Nox swapped it around again. I thought that was an Emperor. Oh my god. I missed that out. Holy shit, so it's a Nox carry. Interesting. I would have just liked to seen Emperor playing that rather and like have Nox play the hack, but you know, never mind. I guess they're much more comfortable with this, and maybe Emperor hasn't played Kraken as much, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. Like, I mean, Kraken, if he's gonna be able to get that very very early farm, and you know, Nox being Nox, he gets GPM really really quickly, then he's most probably gonna be able to get a lot of tanky-ish items. They're gonna take very early game team fights, so I definitely think this time around, Parasite is probably gonna try to pick up that Codex.
Yeah, I mean, in general, you have Fate, and Fate is not wearing anything, and that's Mung. So you get the relation? Never mind. But that being said, I mean, Fate is doing a lot of work in this game as well. Being the main warder, I think it's gonna be a Shui kind of a Fate, which means it's a dual support kind of a Fate that is not looking at insane farm. So we will not see Codex 5 on his Fate. It's not gonna be possible. At least we're gonna be really happy to see at least a portal key. That's gonna be something that is slightly achievable for Mung there. But that being said, again, we have a pretty interesting kind of a lineup here, and it seems to be a pseudo tri-lane, or rather a tri-lane down south here for Legion team up against Emperor's Hack, and Emperor, man, it's gonna hide inside trees, so he finally knows that this there are some sweet spots around the bottom lane that's gonna help him a lot in terms of getting good levels.
Yep, he is probably listening in a stream earlier in the previous game and was like, oh yeah, I should probably just hide in trees, but yeah, he's gonna at least get levels. Hopefully he's gonna be a little bit more careful. I think he's still out of range. Yeah, he needs to be careful here, because if he gets stunned, he's gonna get screwed really really hard, but he should be fine. Yeah. Top lane, it's just gonna be Madman versus Kraken. Definitely give more favor towards Kraken here. Of course, Madman eventually, when he picks up the Chalice, which he does actually at the side shop, gonna be able to harass Kraken down really really quickly with that you know, that stock and the barrel roll ability. Do a barrel roll!
Do
for
a
those
barrel
of you
roll!
guys
Yeah.
have played that game. But yeah, mid lane's just straight up, you know, Bass Stomp and Maraxis, what's the guy's name again? Game Berryman. Just going
Gamer
at it
Berryman.
Gamer, sorry, Gamer Berryman, I missed that. Yeah.
Gamer Berryman. Oh, he's just trying to tell us that being a gamer, you're just very man. But that being said, here's gonna be a Morexus, and that's gonna be a really good alternate avatar as well. But back to this game, 2 minutes up already, and it seems like top lane a bit of a gang happening. Madman having not the best of time so far, but level 3 already, so he is having sizable amount of farm up against the Kraken on Nox. So Nox playing as the Kraken in this game, that's gonna be really refreshing to see at least. And with Kraken, man, he will provide a lot of different, you know, engagement sense in this game, but I'm a big concern for impunity.storm because they like to do stuff like that at second game, or rather game 2, you know, to maximize spectator value. But hold that thought, because mid lane, Kek's gonna connect, Morexus lands a good stun, he's gonna be okay, no kills just yet. That is gonna be a really fat and ugly thing to kill, and that is very tanky as well, so you don't naturally go for that kind of kill so early up. But that being said, again, Legion side, you have a Madman top lane that's having a pretty good fun, but like what I wanted to say before this whole engagement at mid, you have impunity.storm always, you have a bottom lane, another gang happening, and there goes the stun all the way to his face, and it seems like Emperor takes a bit of a beating again. He's gonna try and just stay away. He will be okay in general, and that's not gonna be a kill. And please stop, let me just finish my point. impunity.storm always throws away the second game with unorthodox picks. That's my point. You have Nox playing as Kraken, and my concern is that he's always used to farming so much more rather than going as an, you know, engagement kind of hero, utility base. You go for the right click auto attack kind of a damage kind of hero. That works very well for Nox, but can he play well as a Kraken? That's the question there.
I think he should have no issue in playing that hero. I mean, he's had enough an extensive play in international HoN scene to actually know how to play that. Bottom lane, I want to say that was a huge misplay by Fade. He could have actually done a better job with the body blocks. After using the stun, he actually didn't try to run in front of him. He could have been able to, you know, to slow down Emperor a bit. And Swiftblade, if he had just gotten in a couple of seconds on the Blade Frenzy, Hag was definitely gonna die. But yeah, look at here. N Junior needs to be a little bit careful. He does at least stack this, but the Invis Rune is not gonna go to him.
Yeah, that could be pretty good news. That's it, 4 minutes, no kills just yet, gang per minute, completely not existent at all. And that being said, 4 minutes up, like I mentioned before, no kills. Down south, Swiftblade level 4 up against that of Wretched Hag level 3. Emperor having a bit of extra level in this game, that's pretty good news. In the previous game, he was only level 2 when goddamn Corrupted Disciple was level 7. That's completely disgusting for a Wretched Hag. But that being said, Emperor in this lane is gonna have a pretty good time. But here comes Fate, man. And Fate is looking for a kill here on Hag. But I don't think it's actually gonna be materialized. Unless, of course, we have a full duration nice Blade Frenzy coming from Swiftblade, but that's gonna really rely on both the MOA as well as the Fate. And can they get it off? That's the question. Can they jerk it off?
Yeah. Get the trick. Oh my god, sorry. Never mind, I'm thinking dirty thoughts. What is this? Hag at the bottom, I think he knows that there is something up and going on because the invisibility rune that was, I think, spotted out by the Ward of Sight being placed by Nova there, so he knows that, you know, Fade's invisible, and you can see the way that he's playing is just so passive right now, so he should be fine. Middle lane over there, Revenor and Engineer. I'm surprised they haven't been able to pick up a kill on Meraxes just yet. And top lane though, Kraken on the other end of the scale though, level 6 already, has that ultimate there. Can actually kill Madman if he gets a nice tsunami charge into release to Kraken ult.
Yeah, he can definitely do that if he has the perfect opportunity, and that's gonna be really reliant on the placing and position. There we go! There goes the Kraken, but that's not the best combo, and this is what I meant by not having the best moments playing as Kraken here for Nox, man. He doesn't really know how to really go forward for this kind of engagement, but that is still going to be a bit acceptable for him at least, because he is having good farm, and you can always forgive a guy that can't gank with good farm.
Yeah, I don't know. The top lane there, I just felt like Nox could have played that a little bit better. Like, he could have just charged Madman towards the tree, but you know, it's a little bit hard to pull off over there. Madman is gonna try to get the rune. He will get it for sure. It's gonna be haste rune. He can actually even kill Engineer here. Yeah, Engineer's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, Madman man, but Madman man is not going in, and we're looking at Engineer nicely trying to run away. Here comes Morexus as well. There's a Parasite just nicely blocking him a bit, but there goes Madman. Madman's gonna feed on Bloodlust. Nova has that. That's gonna be a captain cry for them at least. And there comes Emperor also. That's gonna be a 4-man gang against Morexus. Morexus, man, is not gonna have any more access in those woods, and here is just completely being addressed. 0-2, impunity.storm, shots are fired in this game.
Well played. Well, that was just really nicely played there by Bastomp. Good patience by him to wait for them to clump up and then use the secondary charge stun there. That's really nicely played there by them. They pick up 2 kills, both the mid and the top, so offlane's gonna be slowed down even much more. Kraken, unfortunately, doesn't have his ulti here, so he can't really use that there. But he does get the splash on the creep, so it does affect the Madman. Unfortunately, you know, with the ability that when you're in the base, the fountain, that little buff there is gonna regen him back a little bit.
There we go. But we have about 7 minutes in, 2-0, 2.1k goal lead already, and Madman trying to make something. It's like David versus Goliath here, and Shirley up against that of Nox. There is no way Shirley could pick up this kill on Kraken by himself. We all know that for sure. But that's unless, of course, Kraken just does a really obscene mistake by charging into the tower and committing suicide there. But I don't think Nox is gonna do that. But in previous time, they have a luxury here, so they're a little bit relaxed in this game. They know that they can lose this game and still go to a game 3. Whereas for Fan5, you don't have the luxury, man. That's because after 73 gruesome minutes, they decide to lose at the very end of that. And that's a bit bad news for them. And it's not their fault, really, but they need to really just go back and re-examine what happened in that game. And hopefully in this game, they just end it very quickly. But that being said, top lane, there we go. It's going to be a nice dust there. Madman has got a haste, but he's going to run in the wrong direction. Bro, your home is in a separate direction. That's the Hellborn base. But, okay, sorry, my friend's completely drunk right now. I think he will be able to drive after he recovers. And there goes the Ferrari speed car, saying hi to Novar. And again we go, Ward of Wrath gonna spot him out, and Shirley, unfortunately for him, it seems like he's gonna die today.
The thing was, it's okay for him to run direction because he didn't want to get his haste stolen from Parasite, but it's so unfortunate for him that Nova, being Nova, he's smart about it. He placed the Word of Revelation there, and he just soloed the guy practically by himself, and Hag was in the vicinity as well, so that was just really lining up very, very nicely for him. Hag's about to reach level 6, by the way, so once he's 6, he's going to start looking towards pushing, and top tier 1 tower is going to go down.
Yep, and 8 minutes in, 0-3, 4K goldie for Hellbound team. Level 7 Revenant mid lane up against level 7 Moraxes. If you look at the CSs, we have 56:28 on the Swiftblade. Swiftblade doing a really good job here. Whereas for Moraxes, Kraken also 60:6. So both of them have pretty good farm. 400 GPM up already on Kraken, 353 on to the Swiftblade. Both of them are the carries in this game. And on the flip side, you have the Madman. Madman about 331 is to 2. Definitely with 2 devs, only 181 GPM. But if you look at Emperor, man, Emperor is just by far very far behind. 155 GPM, and that is 7 and 1. So despite the fact that Madman had a bit of extra farm, it was because he died twice, and both of those deaths were very questionable.
Yeah, the thing is, at least he is gonna be able to pick up on. The thing is, he's so much more better off in this game as compared to the previous one. He's getting levels, he's getting gold, so he's not that far behind with the rest of the counterparts from his team. Yes, he's still the lowest level there, but he will eventually reach that level 6. He's just trying to do as much as he can. There we go, and there goes the
gang on the mid lane. Moraxes takes too much of a beating, he doesn't even have the stun. There he goes, the stun goes out as well, and he will have the ulti just nicely channeling up, and that's gonna be the Matrax, but it is just gonna give him a bit of extra health, and he will back away. So Fan5, man, will not be able to hammer in just even 1 kill. And here comes the flying Wild Hunter. And that's VN Sensation in sight. And we have a Parasite that is nicely just roaming in the Legion jungle as well. Hellbound team is having a bit of the extra edge right now because they have pushed off the top lane tier 1. And Nox, level 8, just doing a lot of credits to himself. Level 7 Madman still haven't made any point in this game yet. And I think that Madman is just a hero that needs a lot of fun. But it's been really long since we ever cast. Or rather, I have never even casted a game before Madman, with Madman in sight.
Really? I think I did cast once. I think that was with. I'm pretty sure it was with you. Either you or Abstract. I just can't remember. Parasite's actually in the jungle here and is wasting Morax's time by a lot, so that's good for them. And Fate needs to be careful because there's 3 heroes in the vicinity. Kraken even forcing his way mid. They want to push on his tier 1 tower because the top is already destroyed. So. This is just really good rotation. He even has his Helm of the Black Legion ready, sitting at about 400 gold per minute. So Nox, like I said earlier, gonna be the tanky mess so early in this game, and it's gonna be very scary for Legion.
Yeah, pretty scary as well. So 4K goldie for Hellbound team, and we have a level 8 Revenor in the Legion jungle, man. It's in fact all 5 members of Imperial Storm. They just decided to plant their flag here and call this the new home. And this is like the Hunger Games for them, but they're actually going to go and try and gang down stuff a bit, but there is MOA as well as Swiftblade nicely trying to retreat away. They should be fine. But on the flip side, we got Moraxes just chancing for all 5 members, and you don't want to be here, but there goes the ball lightning Kraken out of it, and before he gets off, the Matrax is actually going to die, but here comes also the Swiftblade. Nice Blade Frenzy, but it is not going to translate to anything at all, and Madman is going to be nicely swimming about a bit too much with the barrel roll, but doesn't do much of anything as well. Here comes the Fate, line stun, hits nothing at all, and Monkman a bit, but you see the Emperor clutch, Flash of Darkness, he's going to be okay as well. So that's going to be 0-4, man. 5K gold lead for Hellbound team. Hellbound team actually looking to be pretty good so early in this game.
Yeah, a lot of it has to go to the quick aggression coming from Parasite, the fact that Emperor is doing so well in this game, and also the fact that Revenor, he's been ganking a lot and he's doing a lot of work for his team. The fact that also, all the facts, man, they actually just tore Moraxes apart, and Moraxes being the tanky hero with that Steam Boots. Wait, actually, he doesn't have Steam Boots. I mean, with the Mystic Vestments, just died so quickly against them in the jungle there.
Oh, Shirley, if you were not a crazy character, I would really fall in love with you, but you are a madman in this game and you don't have farm. You don't even have the money to buy me any Ferrari, Lamborghini. You can only run by yourself. I don't want to be on your motorbike any longer, man.
What? What? I don't get that. I'm sorry.
That was Shirley, man, playing as a madman. It's a huge shout out to them. But that being said, this game, 4 minutes in, 4-0, 12 minutes in, 5K goal lead, Hellbound team on a steam roll. Somebody smell a train coming. I think it's actually going to happen real soon. But Pro level 6 ready, pretty good stuff. And that's a lot of an improvement for him, at least. In the previous game, level 2 versus level 7, this one level 6 versus level 9. And level 6, that's going to mean Bad Blast is ready to use. And once all 5 of them just congregate at the mid lane, I'm expecting a pretty quick game to be done here. And like the stats normally show, after a long drawn game, the second game normally is going to be pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you on that point. And again, man, Swiftblade, look at his items. He went for Ghost Marchers and that Energizer. I just really don't get what's the big deal with like this. I mean, I always get it TMM, yes, because it's fun. But in this competitive match, I just always like that Steam Boots, and you know, attack speed on Swiftblade just translate much more nicely for him. He already has that phase ability from the Energizer, so yeah, I don't know about that. Hag is gonna try to defend this bottom again. There is always TP support if they try to go and be aggressive on this Hag over here. That is a level 9 Swiftblade, by the way, so he's gonna have enough mana for both the spin and Swift Slashes. But of course, Hag can also join that with his Flash of Darkness.
Of course, but the action has somewhat died down here, and 13 minutes into this game, I mean, mid lane, nothing really happening. Fate is just completely AFK and just landing wards all over the map, and I think that she is busy working in the street bar. That's just about it. And we got Shirley at the top lane just farming as much as he can. But if you look at Shirley, man, only raid marches really very broke. And that is not good at all for a carry. But on the flip side, you have the carry, that's Blavatni there, and Blavatni, Blar, is having a pretty good time with Energizer, level 10 already, 2k gold in the bank. If he goes for Rune Cleaver, it's going to be a bit good news for him as well. That's going to help him farm, that's also going to help him do a little bit extra damage in his ultimate. That's the Swift Slashes. But I want to see him with an Assassin Shroud, because that's going to be the main deal here for a lot of gang. But you got to be really careful, because that's going to mean 3 heroes on invisibility, and that will mean a free and automatic eye to be expected on a HoN team.
Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't already to be expected later into the game, it's gonna be even faster. And yeah, I mean, it's just something that to be wary about, seeing as how, like you nice mentioned, so many NV heroes there, and the fact that Swiftblade can always pick up that Assassin Shroud. Although, yeah, I don't know, like Swiftblade, I guess Assassin Shroud sometimes works in certain situations, but I just don't really like that item on him. I just feel like there's a lot of, it could be much more useful with other slots in it. I do believe Hellborn team is pretty okay in this current spot. Parasite is just trying to farm as fast as possible. The aggression has died down a lot in my opinion, and you don't want to have that happen, especially against a team like Legions. You have like the carry coming out from both Madman as well as this Swiftblade, who has a Yasha. Sorry, I mean a Firebrand already.
Somebody sound the alarm, man. Give him a slap to the face. But yeah, there we go. It's a pretty interesting kind of item for sure. And with the Firebrand, Swiftblade can look to just do a lot of damage. And Legion side, you want to see all 5 of them just congregating as well, but they need the farm, and that's the bad news of drafting both a Swiftblade as well as a Madman. It's not as good as having, a bit more flexibility and a bit more extra roamy kind of a hero. So they are playing very safe this game. But I think that the main reason why they cross-examined themselves and decided that they lost the previous game was because the late game approach from Fan5's previous draft was not very good up against impunity.storm's, well, or rather Nox's Puppet Master. That was just a one-man show on Nox part. And of course the rest of the members did a lot of work as well, but Nox was the main problem, the reason, and that was just Nox for you guys. And you have a different lineup here on Legion team, but as a real good exchange for them, they actually lost a lot of early game aggression as well. And as for HoN team, their aggression now is going to benefit them, and even Emperor is going to try and boil down mid lane here with a double damage rune in his back there. And Emperor just nicely slapping on the tier 1 with the rest of his members as well. That's pretty good. And there goes tier 1 mid lane. And like I mentioned, the train is on schedule, man, and it's going to try and push down tier 2 as well here. We got a Hell Cannon inside. It's going to be VN Sensation. They're doing a lot of work here. Legion team, they don't have the ability to take a team fight. That's the problem. You have to fight a Kraken, a Bad Blast. You don't have any AoE, man.
Yeah, I mean the AoE is very much lacking on the this Legion team. You see, just this quick aggression is what I like to see coming from impunity.storm, because they know that the Legion team just can't take a straight up team fight against them. Kraken with that Soul's Bulwark is just doing a lot of work right now. They're pushing towers so quickly.
Yeah, and there we go, a nice little pot in here, and it seems like Swiftblade is going to try and pick up this kill on Revenant. Revenant going to try and wait, that's going to be okay, but we have also an energy field being used as well, and Madman going to face a bit of a silence, but a nice cancellation of the energy field by the Swiftblade. They're going to try and chase down the rest of the members on the HoN team. HoN team is going to try and win, but there goes the Kraken, but this is going to be a sign for a turnaround, and there goes the nice tsunami charge, just slapping onto the face of Gimmer Berman. Gimmer Berman is in Moraxis, is going to be pretty tanky, nice stun as well, but HoN team is going to try to look forward to wrapping this one up. Only the carries remain with Moraxis, and that's a pretty good news at least. Now it seems like Shirley's going to try to pick up the kill on Kraken. Kraken is in a bit of a trouble, but he just slaps in with splash damage onto the Madman. Madman takes a bit of beating, but it seems like Moraxis is a bit lost, and Nova wants to pick up this kill, but here comes also a Parasite with the leash. It's going to be really easy to pick up that kill, but Madman, man, is able to pick up finally the Kraken, and Nox will go down that day. And that being said, 17 minutes in, 70-3 so far.
Yeah, holy crap. Seems like
we're not done. There we go. Engineer is gonna be challenged by Madman, but he should be okay.
Yeah, that was just really clutch. The thing is, oh shit, dropped my stuff. Anyways, that was a huge team fight coming up for impunity.storm. They win a lot out of that. They did lose a couple. It actually was very nicely set up there at the tail end of it. Like Gryffindor had what is this? The Shrunken Head up available. That was a really quick Shrunken Head, by the way, 18 minutes, and he's still no party key though, but still doing very, very well for himself. 380 gold per minute. He had that Shrunken Head there. He used the Ball Lightning, catch 3 heroes, I think, with that, and that set up for a very, very nice. I was about to say Elemental Void, but the release the Kraken over there.
Yep, they're gonna try and chase down Emperor here. Emperor takes a bit of a beating, but here comes also Nova with the Keg, just connecting on nothing there. And down goes Emperor. Pretty easy kill there from the Swiftblade. And in general, it's gonna mean that Legion team has got a bit of space coming back in this game. The Frostburn already completed on the Swiftblade, but nothing of real concern yet. And Legion side, there is just generally very poor kind of inventory items here. They don't have much of anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, bottom lane there, did you see, like, I don't know, Emperor just died really, really quickly. I think this game, Emperor should probably just even go for that, what's it called again? Blah, 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 blah. I can't remember what the item name is. I'll think about it later, but yeah, the Lightbrand definitely should still be in his inventory sooner or later. I think just upgrading the Grave Locket into that Sackstone also isn't that bad, but I don't think it's as necessary if he's doing so.
Oh,
so
Nova man, one against the world, and seems like he's not gonna have too much of a moment here by himself. He actually tries to pull away. I think it's not gonna be done, and he will be nicely addressed. That's it. About 20 minutes in here, 5-7. Legion team finally find a bit of a traction back into this game. Level 13 Swiftblade, level 13 Madman, both of which just now gonna be able to pose a little bit of a threat against impunity.storm.
Yeah, I don't know if Swiftblade is gonna go for the straight up Dawnbringer, or maybe even split up that the Frostburn there and just purchase a Frostwolf spell and even the Tremor's Brain. I think that's pretty sick as well. He doesn't really need the Dawnbringer now for extra farming capabilities. He's already farming pretty decently, 460 gold. He actually cancels support. What the hell is up with that? I think his next item should probably still be the Shrunken Head. It's just such a good item here against this Hellburn lineup. Bass Stomp and Revenant should definitely pick up on the Portal Key, which I think he's gonna have very, very soon. Already 2k in the bank, and after that he can even go for the what's it called? The Insanitarius.
That's gonna be a pretty good item on the Revenant, or at least want to see how he's able to just nicely put forth pressure with that item. But that being said, he has got a Shrunken Head already in his inventory, and that's gonna help him in terms of putting forth an extra team fight. You also got Codex up on VN. VN needs to go forward and put forth a bit of extra gang, and so far he's been somewhat quiet in this game.
Yeah, he's just trying to quickly get up his farm. They're gonna be able to push this tier 2 bottom. Ward of Revelation even being placed there, so they're very defensive. They know that Fate's always up and about, so they want to make sure they don't get jumped by him. Fate is already level 7. He's gonna try to build towards a mecha. Sorry, not a mecha, I mean an Astrolabe. I don't know what the hell is talking about Dota 2 suddenly, but he's gonna be able to pick up his Astrolabe very, very soon. They will at least get this tier 1 bottom, but they're gonna lose their tier 1 mid unless they try to defend for this.
Yup, and we're looking at about 21 minutes in, and mid lane push happening here. Tier 1 gets addressed, no pot in just yet. Meanwhile, bottom lane tier 1 by Legion already completely taken care of by Hellbound team. Hellbound team gonna rotate to the mid lane. There is no pots just yet, and I think that the tower is still gonna stand after that one. Legion team's gonna actually pull back here, and we got Team Fnatic5 all of a sudden just trying to push the top lane by himself. That's the Madman solo, kind of a skirmish there. And we have a pot in, and that's going to be the Kraken. Kraken not able to do much of a thing against Madman because he does have a bit of an insane mobility speed coming in from the nice stalk.
And top lane, Kraken's just going to continue farming against this wave of creeps here at the top. He can even deny this tower if he wants to. Don't really think this is necessary. Hag has 1k in the bank right now. Still trying to reach that Dawnbringer. Sorry, not Dawnbringer. I mean the Lightbrand. And middle lane, Marax is just trying to set up a kill. He could actually go. Here we go.
There go Marax's nice stun there, and it seems like Matra's gonna miss as well. But there goes the Shrunken, and Ravenor is gonna be okay. Bastom is able to put forth a ball lightning before he retreats, and I think he's not gonna jump in. That's gonna be completely suicidal. But Bastom with that nice Shrunken head made sure that he's gonna be okay. And Hellbound team still farming, Legion team also farming, but I'm getting a big concern right now for Team impunity.storm, man. Look at that. You have 3k up already on the Swiftblade. That's a Brutalizer completed just nicely right now. And you also have Madman about 2.6k gold in the bank, waiting to make it, just nicely and official, a bigger of an item. And that's gonna mean that the dual carry strat from Team Legion is gonna have its effects in full swing over the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, if Madman is able to pick up on some other core items here, he still is running with the very utility-based ones. I'm actually surprised he went for Energizer as well, even though Swiftblade has one of his own. And Swiftblade going that Brutalizer, don't really agree with it. I still think Shrunken Head's a lot more better in team fights. I guess he just wants to make sure that he locks down the heroes coming up from Hellburn, especially that Revenant with that Shrunken Head. Remember the man, Portal Key Shrunken Head already, he's farming exceptionally well. He's 400 gold per minute right now. Bastonov actually doing a pretty good job in this game. And on the flip side though, for a Legion team, I feel like the supports have just been really, really quiet, especially this Fade. I haven't seen Fade trying to use his reflection often to just, at least spot out for ganks.
I think we are in a bit of a confusion right now because this Fade is like your standard Glacius, but except that he doesn't wear any clothes and looks like a Fade right now. Because there is nothing that he is exceptionally doing right except for putting rewards, and there's also no gang in general. It's not like a straight kind of a Fade that just heavily centralized around ganking and warding. This is not the kind of situation. You have this Fate that is mainly just warding up and have a Strider level 7, not even with enough levels. I mean, Fate is just a hero that can have a lot of extra effect in a mid game, but because of the lack of ganks on Legion side, I mean, they cannot also really gank. You have both carry there, and they need farm for that. So that's the main reason why this Fate is not the best of, ganks coming from a Fate. Specifically, if you cross-examine a Fate as a Fate, but if you cross-examine a Fate as a support, he's doing pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, he just has to, like, at least apply some pressure so that Hellburn will play a little bit more passively, even though actually they're actually playing quite passively in my opinion. The light brand, by the way, is already completed by Hag, and he's gonna just look towards finishing up more farm for himself. Fate's gonna go ahead and triple stack these Ancients, and that's probably gonna be taken up by this Madman or even the Swiftblade over there, as he is in the vicinity. Madman with 3.5k in the bank, probably just gonna straight up right click an item here, but he needs to be careful because Kraken's coming in with the Wild Hunter. This could be a huge gank right now.
Yep, and the silencer going to be used there on Shirley. Shirley actually going to try to run away, but there goes the leech as well. And here comes the pot, and I think it's actually going to get cancelled, or rather postponed here. And Hellbound team is going to back away in full retreat because here comes Moraxus. So a quick, nice little Master's Call with a pot actually saved Shirley there. Shirley now has got 4k gold in the bank, and it's going to be a straight up Shrunken Head.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think that kind of engagement could have just waited for Kraken to be a little bit aggressive there. But even then, I think Batman would have been smart about that, and he'd be like, oh, "Okay, Kraken's actually being very ballsy. I'll probably just back out right now." And I mean, it's looking really good for Batman now because he has that Shrunken Head available already. So he's gonna be able to stay in team fights and dish out a lot of damage. That Gash ability is just so nice, of 9% extra bonus damage on each attack, and it stacks up to 6 times on enemy. So. It ties in very nicely with his Berserk, and I think if he goes for more damage items next, he's gonna be a beast. I think even a Brutalizer, Savage Mace would be perfect on him. Kraken has already finished his Demonic Breastplate, so that's good for him as well, and his team. I think that there should still probably be an Abari Idol coming out on this Maraxus after his Portal Key, if he can even get it.
Yeah, for sure. And 5-7 still. Nothing really happening. Hellbound team is going to play it a little bit passively. Legion team as well. You have pretty good items up already on Swiftblade. I mean, Swiftblade so far is doing a really good job because Nox is playing as the Kraken in this game. He doesn't have that much of a farm, and if you look at Swiftblade, 490 GPM, he is just doing very well as compared to Nox's Kraken, who has pretty good items. Not to discredit him or anything, but in general, I want to see him play a little bit more than that. And you have Fate actually just got completely addressed by VN, and that's a simple wham bam, thank you ma'am.
Yeah, and they're even gonna take Kong here. Okay, so I think the assault turret. Okay, yeah, it is being sent over. The Demonic Breastplate just was in use by someone else. They are gonna get this Kong, and that will just mean that they're probably gonna push again. Maybe even push the mid, or maybe even push down the tier 2 at the bottom lane. I'm not too sure what they're gonna decide to go. I would actually like to see them clear off that bottom tier 2 tower over there, and put a little bit forth more aggression. And Swiftblade actually finished up his Abyssal Skulls, so. Yeah, has a bit of life steal for himself, but still no defensive mechanisms, such as the Shrunken Head.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the case. That's a Hellbound team now has got a token of life up already on Kraken. Kraken still looking forward to be the main carry in this game. And yeah, I mean, impunity.storm, and they know that they can nicely risk this game here. So they're gonna try and see if those risks gonna pay off here. We have a token of life up of Kraken. Kraken also has got the Demonic Breastplate as well as the Helm of the Black Legion, plus a Mystic Vestment. So that's a pretty tanky Kraken, and you just can't make easy takoyakis out of that one.
Takoyakis, Man, I'm getting hungry, man, every time you put out those food references. Glowstone. Sorry, not Glowstone. Blessed Orb. Purchased there by Hag. He's gonna get his Grimoire Power very, very soon. In about 200 more gold, and he's gonna be hitting like a truck in team fights. Gonna be able to get a huge amount of damage from the Bad Blast, and on top of that, like Kraken has that Assault Cuirass. Sorry, not Assault Cuirass, the Demonic Breastplate. So
Oh my god, you traitor! But,
gonna do a lot of damage, and yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be the case. And help on team, man, they're just nicely. I mean, this is such a chillax game. We can have this game. We can watch this game over tea and nicely just enjoy to a bit of extra alcoholic drinks as well, because nothing concrete happening. It's not a standard exciting kind of game. But that being said, again, mid lane, here comes the Kraken by himself. Nox is not going to do anything. Yep, so there goes the deny, the mid lane, and Emperor makes sure of that one there. Shirley on the flip side destroys the top tier one, so it's not that bad. A bit of a good trade. In general, in terms of tower help on team, nicely also addressed the tier 2 the mid lane. That's just about it. Legion team on the flip side, just only all tier 1s addressed coming up from the help on side. So we want to see how this is actually going to materialize for here. Shirley has got 2.3k gold in her bank with a Firebrand right now. It's just newly, rather hotly purchased, and we got Switchblade that has got a pretty good item as well, but 2k gold in bank. And I think that there might be a or rather in a pretty long time, a 5v5 team fight happening here at the bottom lane tier 2.
Yeah, it's just been too long, and this could actually be a very bad team fight. Here we go.
Yep, here comes a nice little tsunami charge, just slapping there on the Switchblade. Switchblade goes in, and here comes the spanking, and where is the Ravener? Ravener goes in, picks up the Fate. Fate is gonna be a little bit of trouble, Fate doesn't die there somehow. And that being said, it seems like VN's gonna take the fall there, so is Switchblade, and next goes Morexus, and the dust gonna be used. Somehow it seems like the token will be used, and Kraken comes back for round 2, and that's a really fat Kraken that wants to just slap onto the MOA. MOA tries to run away, and Kraken not able to do much of anything at all. Switchblade is dead already, so is the Madman. Morexus tries to do something by himself. He did buy back Switchblade, also did buy back Switchblade. Now gonna use Swift Slashes on a bunch of creeps as well as a very tanky Kraken. That is a complete waste and mistake, but Kraken is gonna be okay, and that's it. Hag is gonna try and flash away. Hag will be fine, but Kraken now in a little bit of trouble because there's a Fate behind, and now it seems like Kraken gonna be made takoyaki off, and one round of takoyaki for everyone in the viewer there.
Yeah, I want to eat some takoyaki. That was just, yeah, he got bursted down really quickly. They didn't even get the tower, but at least they forced 2 buybacks coming up from both Morexus and Switchblade, so that slows down the farm a bit. The thing over there was Legion team actually had a good job of quickly focusing fire. They took out Parasite out of the team fight really quickly, but with the way that, you know, how tanky Kraken is, it just didn't really matter as much. And with the fact that Shrunken Head is already up on Revenor, he even has the Abyssal Skull. I don't know if he just purchased that or if he had that in the previous team fight. I didn't really get to see that, but he was doing a lot of work, and they were doing that without a Parasite as well. So, you know, the burst potential onto one of the heroes, like either the Fate or the Master of Arms, does play a huge part in my opinion.
Yes, for sure, and we have a bit of buybacks being expanded on Team Legion side, and that's the Switchblade as well as the Morexus. That's gonna mean that they are down by 1 buyback, and buybacks are so important in clutch games like this. If there is again a 2 or 3 more push coming from Hellbourne team, I think that the buybacks is gonna mean a lot so far. And I mean, Gimma Berryman so far doesn't have much tanky items yet. He does have the portal key, and Morexus, arguably about 1 year back, he is the kind of a hot favorite hero that only needs a portal key to just proof off engagements and initiations. That's just about it. Doesn't need anything else. But right now, I think he at least needs a Shrunken Head going forward, because you have a lot of magical damage coming from Revenor, from the energy field, as well as Parasite. To top it off, Emperor's Bat Blast.
Yeah, Emperor's Bat Blast does a lot of damage, not because of the Grimoire power. So it is going to be in fact Dawnbringer, so I was a little bit wrong there. Switchblade is in fact going to go for a Dawnbringer here to complete it all. Just going to get that added extra DPS. Still no Shrunken Head on himself, so he's going to be taking a shit ton of damage from the Hellburn team. And if he spins, yeah, he spins, sure, that's great and all, but after that, what you going to do? You're still not going to get, I mean, you're still not going to be able to step around and defense. You're going to get trashed by the auto attacks from Kraken there with that demonic breastplate, so it's gonna do a lot of damage onto the Swiftblade. So still would like to see the Shrunken Head pick up on himself. More access with that portal key only, nothing else just yet. Definitely still need that Barry Idol on this team. I would like to see Maraxis picking that up next, and maybe even the Shrunken Head of his own after that.
Yep, and we have a pretty interesting kind of situation here. 8 is to 12, 5k goal lead for Hellborn team. They are still somehow in the lead here. The numbers are in their favor, man. But if you look at a really late game kind of approach, I think they just threw this game out of the window.
Yeah, I mean, late game-ish, Hellborn team is just really in the back foot. The thing is, they should be a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion, against this Legion lineup. I think they're just still, again, very, very afraid because they, like, Legion team is sticking his pipe. But the thing is, they have far superior team fight coming out from Hellborn's lineup, and if they're a little bit more aggressive in nature, then you know things would work out more into their favor. Like get more towers. The tier 2 at the top lane is still up, by the way, coming out from this Legion team. So I'm actually surprised it's still alive. I do believe that they can even defend this top lane if they want to. 5 members of the Legion team are here, so I would like to see a defense.
Yeah, for sure. And still, we are looking at mid lane, not really pushed down yet for the Hellborn team. So is the top lane as well as the bottom lane, but a bit of a den in the bottom lane tier 2. But it seems like we have Fate that's just nicely rotating to the enemy lines, and it's just behind there. And here comes the stun from Morexus, and all of a sudden a lot of stuff just happening there. And down goes Madman because of the Codex coming from VN. VN just doing a lot of work this game, and we're looking at also the face-up just nicely trying to poof out extra silence on the Swiftplay. Swiftplay is going to be okay, but here comes the Hack. Hack hasn't used Babael yet, gets blasted off the map, and right now it seems like MO is going to pay with his life. And we have a bit of the extra engagement happening, a bit of a misplay by Nox with the Tsunami charge, but it doesn't really matter because Bastom nicely mops that one up. And in general, we have a 3-for-2 kind of exchange, or 3-for-1 kind of exchange, so not that bad after all.
Yeah, I think that was actually really pretty decently fought out by the Hellborn team, considering that they tried to go on them, right? Wait, I didn't catch the first part of that. I was looking at chat. Did they initiate, or was Legion team the initiators?
Well, they tried to jump. Morexus tried to jump on Hellborn team, but then you have Kraken also jumping on the backup supply line. That's the Madman.
Yeah.
So Madman kind of died faster than whoever that they tried to jump on. So it's just the way it is. And you have again impunity.storm on the lead here, but can they win this game?
Yeah, that was actually, if that's the case, then that was just really nicely played there by Hellborn team. They even denied the tower, so that's just well played by them. And the fact that now Hag is even closer to picking up the shrunken hit, so he's going to be standing pretty in team fights and just auto-attacking people to death and not worrying about getting locked down by the stuns and effects coming up from this Legion team. There is 2k gold saved up in Madman, by the way. I'm not sure if that's going to be a Geometers or if that's even going to translate towards that Dawnbringer as well. I really don't think Dawnbringer on a Madman is just that great. I just like seeing the lockdown items and more attack speed, more damage, just so much more better. And even because he has his shrunken head up on himself very, very early in this game, so just even getting like a brutalizer, maybe even the savage mace would be so nice onto himself over there.
Yeah.
And looks like they're gonna call a pause right now.
Yep, they are, and finally we get a little bit of a toilet break. And in fact, most of the members from Legion team gonna disconnect here. I think this is gonna be a bit regrettable if Fan5 loses this game because of latency problem. I'm actually gonna type a ping all here, and yep, they are all significantly low except for Gamer Barryman about 84, and I think he should be okay though. They are looking to just quickly reconnect, and I'm just gonna say this straight up: if this game goes all the way up to the 73 minutes mark, then for sure Legion team is gonna win this one.
Yeah, I mean, Legion team is slowly getting the farm on themselves, and it's getting a lot more harder for Hellborn team to actually, you know, get the edge on them in team fights. And wait, is this a level 5 codex? Let me just check. Yeah, okay, so it's a level 5 codex on Parasite, so that's good for him. He's just working towards that portal key, which he needs, because he's getting picked off a little bit too much for my liking. Like, he needs to stay behind, look for, you know, Master of Arms, or even Fate, or even that Madman, get a huge jump off and, you know, get the kill, or even that Swiftblade, because Swiftblade doesn't have the shrunken hit. So, you know, silence him, you can't use the Blade Frenzy, he gets fucked up really, really hard, and you know, you just hope to God that Kraken just dishes a lot of damage. I would like to see Kraken with a little bit more items. And there's 4k saved up in the bank by Rivnor, by the way, so not sure what he's planning to purchase. Is it gonna
Finally.
What?
Finally, my feet were hurting, but there goes Swiftblade with Assassin Shroud, man.
Oh, I just think that, I don't know, like I just feel that going for Assassin Shroud, still no Shrunken Head, questionable. Very questionable, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what I think.
Yeah, I mean it's sorry, it's a pretty good effort to have a accessory shroud, but a bit too late if you ask me, because accessory shroud is the kind of item that you want to just go forward with a bit more extra gang, but he needs to shrunken it, like I nicely mentioned. Shrunken it is an item that is a must for a swift play in this kind of a game where you're up against a lot of magical bursts and damage from the Hellbourne team, but I don't see him going for the item just yet. With the assassin shroud, that's going to mean that this swift blade needs to gang, because if it doesn't gang with that kind of item, it is going to be a complete waster. And the main reason why I recommended assassin shroud in the first place was because I thought he was actually going to snowball picking up as a first item, but that didn't happen, and somehow the entire team was on the back foot. Now he opted for that. It could be a bit too late already, but I'm hoping that he goes for the Shrunken. That is something that he needs for sure first.
Yeah, and that barrier idol is going to be completed on Miraculous sooner or later, and that's going to be another huge item for them. Bat Blast is potentially going to get a lot of its damage cut out from that, so that's another issue coming up from this Legion side for impunity.storm. The Shrunken Head is at least there for a Hag, so he's going to be able to, you know, now push. I think that they should stop, you know, waiting and sitting back and letting Legion team farm, because when it gets later, Legion team is just gonna get so damn fat, and they're gonna be dishing out a lot of damage. You see Madman with that brutalizer already. He's gonna lock down a lot of the heroes, and he's doing a lot of damage in team fights. Just take
Madman
a quick look at the
gonna try and gang on Nox right now.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah.
but lightning speed gonna be used there. Not useful at all. Sorry, Lark. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I mean he's still sitting at 19%, the highest damage dealer now in this game, and that's only with. And that was actually before the brutalizer pickups, and that was only with the Shrunken Head, the Firebrand, the Energizer, and the Steam Boot. So just imagine when he picks up more items after that.
That's gonna be the case, but we have about a pretty good bursty kind of attack coming from the Super Blade, critting about 500 plus damage. That's gonna hit a lot, but still Kraken is just looking to never die in any engagement. He, I think, is going for a Beamer's Heart. If he does have that, it's gonna mean that Nox is just gonna be a raid boss altogether right now. And with Splash, he would do a lot of damage as well, and that's the main reason why you have a Demonic Breastplate on a Kraken, because it means that he will have a bit of increased attack speed, and do note every single hit refreshes the Splash, or rather not refresh, but lowers the cooldown by 1 second every single attack.
Yeah, and here's the thing though. Hellbourne team, I don't know what's the deal. Like, why are they taking so long to? Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll take this. We'll go for a team fight. I guess it is finally shown that they want to go for Kong. There is the cool streak stick. I actually thought it was going to be more damage items, but Revenar is going to get that cool streak stick, which I think is not that bad because he has the initiation prowess there with that Portal Key and the Shrunken Head. So just having that extra lockdown is really, really good. Parasite is about to be able to pick up on a Portal Key of his own, unless he's planning to pick up a what's it called? They're gonna lose career here, by the way, Legion team. They're just cutting it out. Here we go.
Yep, career already addressed, and here comes the rest of this main train here. Engineer, great energy field. It's really big, and that's it. It just nicely cornered off every single one from the Legion team. It seems like the Switchblade is gonna use this ultimate, and that's gonna be able to just nicely kill Nox. Nox gets addressed, but also on the flip side, we have Madman just nicely running away. He does have shrunken up about a few seconds back, but down goes that Nova, and that's going to be about there as well. And we have a bit of extra engagement from the Legion side, and also it seems like Hack finally able to catch up with Shirley and Madman. The Madman gets addressed, but Kongor at the meantime, and a great ball lightning incoming is best up, and it seems like he's going to get addressed first, but we have the token up reading on Superplay. Superplay with token of life is going to mean a lot of damage. This is such a big fail engagement come from British Storm. They should not have taken the team fight here, but it's a hat trick going off for Blavat Knee there, and Blavat Knee, or Blar in general, is just at about a pretty good standing. 3.5k gold in the bank. Now I think he's gonna go for Genjuro. He already purchased the Dancing Blade. He's gonna be dancing on 2 right now. The guy with only one eye knocking on the mid-range tier 2 there.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that team fight was just kind of insane. They completely forgot that Legion team was doing Kong, and that was a good snipe out, I have to say, coming from this Legion team. They were able to get it. Swiftblade now has that token, so he doesn't need to worry about dying in team fights. They're even gonna get tier 2 at the bottom lane. I wanna say that was actually a really good team fight there coming out from Legion team, because mainly again coming back to the way that their lineup is. They have so many carries, and even though they lost the Madman and the whole bunch of the other initiators there, they had the Swiftblade available, and that was one of the key factors in that team fight.
Yeah, and We have about 41 minutes in here, 13 is to 18, and about 2k gold for a Hellborn team. The lead is still in their favor somehow, but that's generally because most of the members have got pretty good farm, and that's gonna be Nox, Revenor, best time actually. I'm really proud of this guy. Since cycle 1, he has been playing a lot, but oh my god, there goes Dust, and Engineer actually just, you know, reacted, and energy field wasted, and Rosie just got shamed there, but Nova, of course, was on a very reactionary basis, and of course the Dust was a pretty good play there, but still a bit of a mistake, not that it really matters. But back to Bastel, man. Back in Cycle 1, I think he was just a jungle player, but right now, look at him, man. Mid lane Revenor, 388 GPM, a lot of a good job as well. You have the Biter Skull up, Koja Shipstick, and a pretty good score, 6-2 and 6. I can say that he is improving tremendously throughout his entire HoNTour Southeast Asia.
Yeah. By the way, I want to take note about that previous team fight Kong. I actually thought it was going to be in favor from impunity.storm because there was a huge energy field placement there by Nova with that Invis rune. But I think the focus fire wasn't just really there, and Hag was a little bit far away. If you notice the Bat Blast, I think it only catch 2 heroes out of the tail end of that because he actually used the Bat Blast very, very far away. So I don't know. I mean,
all the way from Beijing.
Yeah, exactly. All the way back from Beijing. I'm surprised they haven't used the references yet. But Man, oh no, actually goes for the Frostburn. Again, I mentioned about my thoughts on that. I don't really think that's like the greatest item on him. I guess he just wants to have the ability to make sure he doesn't get kited down. But the thing is, he doesn't really matter much about that. He has stock and he has the berserk ability, so don't know why he needs that. But anyways, he will offer a little bit more DPS as well if he finishes that Dawnbringer. Hag is gonna get that Culture Sheepstick next, so that is probably gonna be the next prime item that they need to take more team fights. But if you think about it, it's so far away, and how much more longer can impunity.storm handle this game?
Well, they can if they see the Doctor and extend, if you know what I mean, but that's what she said. Anyway, 43 minutes in here, 13 is to 18. Still, no ganks happening since the past minute, and it's been like this for a pretty long time. And the ganks are not even up to 1 kill per minute mark, but that's still pretty okay because the action is a bit jam-packed and a lot of members die in a very short frame. But here goes the mid lane gang, and Marax is completely missing. What the hell? Dude, you're drunk! But there goes a bit of extra gang on Nova. Nova is in a pretty tight spot right now, and he is actually going to get addressed at 800! Big spank to the face there, and he's actually going to go down quickly because of Swiftblade. Look at that, Swiftblade with Janjuro now is going to mean that he means business, man. And for all the viewers out there from the Southeast Asian scene, it's already 11 PM, and I'm expecting this game to last all the way till tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not this game, but this series, yeah.
Yeah, this is looking very, very grim now. They don't have energy field to work with. That's 30 seconds on cooldown. They have token on Swiftblade. They have so much carry potential from Madman, Swiftblade. They're doing so much damage now. Maraxis with the portal key and Barrier Idol initiation. I could actually see him jumping on this Parasite. The Parasite isn't careful. Here we go.
There we go. The jump ready up onto the Swiftblade. Swiftblade, a bit of trouble. Swiftblade actually gonna die. Oh no, the Swift Slash is gonna be used just at a crutch moment there. But that being said, we have Noxus using the ultimate as well. And Swiftblade is with the token of life, but he just spins and nothing happens, like a ballerina, really. And dealing out damage. There goes the tower tier 3 as well. And the rest of the members from the Hellborn team all down except for the Kraken. Kraken somehow still alive. Also is the engineer, but both of them is not able, or rather are not able to defend the mid as well as the bottom lane. Bottom lane now it's gonna go down in just a few seconds here. Fate comes by, nice one-man stun. Okay, ugly one-man stun, and we're looking at the tier 3 being addressed as well. And we have the melee Brax again gonna be challenged, and Super is just spinning on his way through here. He still has got a token up, and I think he's actually looking to just nicely expand it as well. We got that Madman that is just dancing about a bit too much. All 5 members of the Legion team still alive. And Madman is actually going to be able to just nicely build out of that one there. And we are looking at no respawn, or rather no respawn from any other members that are in Hell from Hellborn team. Only Kraken as well as Nova is going to be here. And Nox is going to be addressed. This is going to be a wow raid boss fight. And it seems like Energy Field is actually going to be addressed really quickly, so Fan5 knows what the hell they're doing, and Kraken is going to be running back home, and I think he's going to have a home run here. He is going to be okay, and that's it. Swiftblade is in a lot of trouble. Swiftblade will waste his stuck on life, but he's going to come back in just about 10 seconds. The rest of the members on the Hellborn team is going to come back, but here comes Nox, and again a failed Tsunami charge. He's not going to have that one off that, but that being said, Fort's going to be used, and Fort's still going to be used, and range backs, man, looking to go down real soon. It will be addressed here. Here comes the rest of the Hellborn team now, all respawn ready, looking to make a little bit of extra effort here. And we have the portal key off cooldown. Will Nox make the jump? There goes, he jumps onto Madman. Okay, great. This guy's got Invis. You will not catch him.
He has no mana though. He can twitch swap,
But now there's 3 of him.
It's only enough for one, I think.
Okay, there goes the dust and Shrunken as well. Madman's gonna try on me, but the rest of his team is actually in his vicinity. Swiftblade can take a team fight if he wants to, but he's waiting for Swift Slashers. 2 seconds, 1 second, and there goes the spanking on Nova. No, actually, no, he's just actually gonna dance a bit. Okay, so there goes the Blade Frenzy, and that's gonna be a bit effective. I think it's gonna be able to pick up the kill. Oh no, look at that! Kuja shifting straight up there, and that's gonna be it because that nice 2-man stun. Where's the Swift Slasher? There goes the Swift Slasher, and it's gonna be a double tap. Big play by Fan5, and down goes finally the Swiftblade. He's gonna kill himself in shame after that, but a big bad blast by Emperor salvages a bit of a slight moment for impunity.storm, and there goes also the Fate. Fate just did a big play there, but he's gonna pay after all, and Monk's gonna be addressed, and all that's left is just Morax's Gamer Barryman's gonna try and win, but don't forget there are still buybacks, and Legion team can always come back into this game if there's gonna be a need for that. But look at that, man. Bottom lane, window closed, mid lane, main door completely ripped off there, and all that's left for Team Hellbound is the top lane. Look at the impunity.storm, man. They just got stomped.
Yeah, that was just such a huge throw in my opinion. Now, I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't even say it was more of a choice, just the fact that they waited too long to actually be aggressors, and now, because of the whole crazy amount of items up on Legion team, they took the team fight that was going to be in the favor. They had token, they had everything going their way, they had items on the carries, they got 2 Raxes out of that, and that was just really huge. I think we are probably going to see a game number 2 coming up. I just don't want to call it yet, but depending on this next team fight that happens, I just feel like it is gonna probably go into game number 3.
Yeah, okay. And I have to say this right now, Emperor, the bad blast at the very end, did a bit of salvation for the rest of his team because Swiftblade otherwise would not have died. And that was really good gameplay by both Monk playing as the Fate as well as the Swiftblade. We thought he was done for. I was like, what the hell? What are you doing, man? Swift Slash is not used yet. And finally the 2-man stun. That was the moment, man. It was just their moment, man. Fan5, man, Maroon 5, they're gonna sing a real good tune right now, and that's they're never gonna leave this bed.
Oh my god, with all this Maroon 5 antics. But yeah, there you see Swiftblade now with the Demonic Breastplate. He is gonna hit fast and hard, and he's gonna be dishing a shit ton of damage when he uses that Swift Slashes. He's just practically doing a lot for his team now. Level 25 ready, 9 twin 6, and it was so clutch that his ulti was there, and again, of course, the Fade. You can't forget about Fade, man. Big play there by him and the portal key that he has. You look at Master of Arms, man. These are not poor supports, okay? They are slightly getting richer, and I think Master of Arms really wants to purchase that the Culture Shape Stick of his own, but he's very far away from it. I'm not sure if he has that Blessed Orb in his inventory, in his stash at the base, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I mean, you have already Acolyte stuff up on the MOA, and now you have also Gamer Berryman up with a nice Frostfield plate there. Gamer Berryman plays some Moraxus, doing a lot of extra work in his game. And Legion team, all 5 members now looking really beefed up as compared to the first few minutes of this game. And on Hellbound team, they had a lead, but I guess they're going to throw it away. But impunity.storm, man, like I mentioned before, it's always their strategy to win the first game, drop the second one, and play seriously in the third one again. And it is just for spectator value, you know?
I guess, but I don't know, man. Here we go. This is probably the deciding game right here. The Culture Shape Stick at least is finally picked up by Wretched Hag, but that means he doesn't have buyback, so that's actually kind of very, very scary in my opinion. They have to make sure that they get the jump, if not they're gonna lose this.
Oh, there goes the top lane gang happening. So far so good, and Fan5 giving high fives all over again. Now gonna knock onto the tier 3. The last time I said they'd actually lost the game. But here comes the jump, and there goes the Kutra ship thing. Now both of them, Moraxus as well as Swiftblade, or rather Madman gets addressed. Swift Slash is already being used, and there goes Nova. It's actually gonna be addressed straight up first. And next in line, I think it's gonna be Revenant. Down goes Bastom. Bastom just got stomped, and now they are just gonna try and chase down Gamer Brand. But that's a haste that Moraxus is like driving like a Ferrari. You can't catch this shit, dog. And on the flip side, he's still running, and he's just showing Kraken how to do a home run altogether. But that being said, Emperor is in a bit of a tight spot. He gets all mana burned out, and that's gonna be it. Quad kill for the Swiftblade. Swiftblade once more. Where is Nox? Come on, Nox. Let's just fight this. 1v5. Let's do the annihilation dance. And oh, Babael gonna back off there. He's not gonna jump in there quickly, but that being said, quickly, just where's the annihilation? It's not gonna be in time. And there goes the annihilation at the very end.
No, that DM by impunity.storm, they denied him of that annihilation there, but that was just, oh my god, that scene, that was insane MSI comeback coming out from from that Legion team. And again, we've been mentioning it the whole game. the biggest problem there was that RDCF, no, not RDSF, sorry.
Fan 5.
Fan5 was given so much room and space to farm out their items because Impunity Storm just didn't take it to them in that game. So just really unfortunate.
Yeah, man. Oh, completely exhausted, but your winners of game 2, Fan5. Fan5 really doing a good job. And in general, you have a really good series here. 1-1, slapping both ways. All the ass cheek got spanked, and you have a pretty good kind of situation. But that's it, man. We're gonna go all the way back to our panel here and give us a slight moment before we switch the screen. I think there is a bit of a lag, but there we go. Okay, panel. Yeah, up. So, Elise, welcome back. I know it's another 45 minutes game, or 48. But what do you think?
I think Impunity Storm could have won, but I think what they did there was dragging the game too long because I think they had the initial lead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the initial lead, but they took too long to actually do something about it and then make full use of their items on Kraken. If I'm not wrong, the Ravener have a early BKB. Is that called BKB there?
Shrunk
I
Panic.
don't know. I don't know what is it called, but yeah. Basically, I think it's a troll game. I don't know if they were too relaxed or comfortable with what they're doing, or they're just too confident about the first game. But this game is just troll.
Yeah, I mean,
Seriously.
okay, we all
Really?
know that Nox doesn't play the Takoyaki Kraken. It's just not Nox, and well, not Nox, and Nox needs to play heroes that has a good farm that is a hard carry, and Kraken is just
Yeah.
not the kind of hero. So Lark,
Yeah.
what do you think as well?
Lark
Lark?
needs like 1 hour break.
Lark's dead. Lark is
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Kraken swapping roles with Nox there. I just think that Nox should have played the Hag Emperor playing the Kraken there, and also the fact that they should have just upped the tempo in the game. They completely, let go of aggression. I think like even midway in that game, and that you can't do that against a team like Fan5 when you have heroes like Madman, Swiftblade. They had what else? They had the Fade. They had Master of Arms. They had who was the last guy they had? They had Meraxus, and Meraxus when he gets more tanky is just such a hard fucking guy to deal with. He's just so fat and tanky. He's a real meat shield in that kind of sense, and he was really really tanky. You saw his items at the end game. It was like I think it was a Frostwhip Blade, a Barrier Idol. There was so much freaking items up on himself that he just couldn't die, and there's not enough DPS coming out from Helmer team. You can't really rely on a Kraken carry.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because they were really dragging too long for that. They should have just ended it quickly when they could. Like, right after they took the first Kong, they could have just go all in and then push, rather than wait for the Swiftblade and the Madman to farm up, like, those kind of items. And then they just totally couldn't make it anymore.
Yeah, totally agree there. Like
Yeah.
it was just too long drawn out again. And it seems like Fan5 is gonna be really happy with that. I mean, even though they did get the BMCC coming out, they didn't get the Annihilation. I gotta say they're probably really really happy with that win, and they actually made their lineup work. I thought they were gonna lose that because, I mean, just looking at the aggressive lineup that Impunity Storm had and that early game lead that they had.
Yeah, that's the thing. They had the initial lead though, but then they just didn't
Yeah,
didn't utilize it enough, I guess.
it wasn't really enough of a follow up there. So just
Yeah.
again really unfortunate. I mean.
Kind of like a troll game, basically.
Yeah, in a sense, but maybe Infinity Storm is really, tired after that very first game, the initial game that we
Yeah.
had. Like I think it was like 70-ish minutes. The second game was about, I don't know, was it for like 40 minutes plus? Yeah, it
Yeah.
was 50 minutes. It was 50 minutes on the second game, so that was just insane. And I don't know. What do you guys think? I just think that I was proved wrong now. I'm too old. It's not gonna be seen. I still think that maybe Infinity Storm can win. We did see them yesterday. They lost at the game number 2, but they came back in game 3. I think that could be the same situation here. They just need to be a little bit more, in tune with the game, and
More aggressive, actually.
if they go with aggressive lineup, they should go more aggressive, and the aim of the game is to win and destroy the
Yeah.
the damn troll. You can't be
Yeah.
like twiddling your thumbs and farming. It's
I
not
think
a
they were
RPG.
farming too much for the.
Yeah.
They had no actual legitimate carry, so it's. I don't understand why they were farming so much. They had the basics item they could just push already.
Yeah, that was
Nox
I
also
don't
just
know.
got
I really don't know.
illegitimized.
I really don't know what they were thinking.
yeah, they
Let's
should
go and
have.
score Emperor now for being totally retarded.
Oh my god!
Oh, shit.
Being a
Oh,
part of the
shit.
clan, I think you can do that, but on our part, we're just trying to be neutral, and there we go. I mean, we have a pretty interesting game in the second game, and Nox, like Nicely mentioned, was just not legit in terms of playing a Kraken as a carry, but I think that it's just a
He was
tradition
really
with
beating like a
Impunity.storm.
truck though.
Yeah, he's still hitting like a truck. That is
Yeah.
besides the point, because Swiftblade just spanked him with 800 hit in the
Yeah.
face, and that's Swiftblade. It's
Yeah,
the kind of a
I
hero
have to
that
agree.
deals damage.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he was actually a very good carry at the start. Like he had early Helm of the Black Legion,
Yeah.
Demonic Breastplate. He was hitting hard, like what Elise said. But the thing is, you can't really consider Kraken as a hard carry against a
Yeah.
team like Legion team when they have things like Madman, Swiftblade. They had the backup and initiation from Maraxis. Maraxis is such a good hero for initiation and counter initiation.
Yeah.
So it was just out of the hands at the later part of that game.
I think
Yeah.
it's pretty clear that Kraken can be a carry, and in this kind of situation, it's about who gets harder. It's the
Yeah.
Kraken or the Swiftblade plus the Madman, and it's pretty obvious that which one of those are the harder ones. Of course, I don't expect Octopus to have any type of hardness in them as well, but we're looking at this real interesting situation whereby both sides take away one game each, and I'm hoping that we don't see Blood Hunter on Nox, we don't see Kraken on Nox, we see the good old Moon Queen with 900 GPM. That's what I want to see coming out from Impunity.storm. But what do you think, Lark and Elise? Do you think that that's going to actually happen?
I would like to see a push strat because, as you said, they're gonna be tired. So everyone just push. Pick
Wow.
one Tempest, get one Keeper. Everyone just push.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's
Best
like
story.
that's a good point. I want to say that I think Impunity Storm, they probably need to draft I don't know, a Tempest or a Keeper if they wanted to be more aggressive, and I mean they just I don't know, just aggressive plays, aggressive. You can't be sitting behind like I said earlier, farming, twiddling your thumbs is not an RPG game.
Yeah.
This is a MOBA, so the name of the game is to destroy the throne, get that shit out of the way, win the game, and go back home and feeling really really proud of yourselves. And Fan5 is looking really good so far, I have to say. And I gotta say big props to I think it's Monk, right, who is the drafter, who has been constantly banning out heroes that Nox would play. So I think if Impunity Storm wants to get a better chance or switch things up a bit, maybe they could go for more of the hard carry in the first picking stage.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if they go hard carry and then they just screw up early game, then that's it.
Yeah, and that too.
That's it. Yeah, but I think to be more safe, you should just follow the old school, one hard carry, one semi, one off lane, and then just two supports. That's the best. Really, that's for me that's the best. Cause honestly, picking two carries is a very risky, but I have no idea how they just managed to mess it up.
Yeah.
But they did really well, really.
Yeah.
For two carries, really, they did really well.
Yeah, they tried. They tried
Yeah.
really hard, and Fan5 definitely deserving of that victory. And
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I still am sticking to my guns and my predictions. I think maybe Impunity Storm can win game number 2.
Could have won if they
Could've
were
won.
more aggressive. Yeah.
They could have won, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really true. But I mean, in the game 3, I think they have a chance of winning it if it's kind of like a mirror from the game yesterday. So I don't know. We'll just have to see whether or not Impunity Storm has what it takes to take this all the way back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, everything it's on the line in this game, and Nova just PM me and said that friendlies edition or not, everything is on the line. I think they just added each other up as friends, and that's pretty good news. At least you have a bit of sportsmanship come from both sides, except for that last Annihilation CCPM. That is just that's so
What
close.
just happened? I didn't see what happened.
Swiftblade, or rather Blavatni playing a Swiftblade, nearly got Annihilation, but just when he was about to land the last hit, they just conceded, so it's not official.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty sad.
Too
Just gonna
bad.
have to deal with the cards you're dealt with. So,
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough, close enough. It's too bad though. It's too
hi,
bad.
thank you for coming to China. Please come again another day.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know,
So
man.
cute.
Yeah, both teams are just like, I want to know. Actually, I really want to get like an interview with this guys just to know like what's going through their minds after those two games, the
Oh,
long
come
drawn
on.
out games.
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
You're just a fanboy mode on, right?
no, I mean,
Your fanboy mode, like, oh
oh
I
my
need to,
god.
I need to talk to my I love them so much, really.
Nah. It's just I just
Fanboy,
want to know
fanboy.
like no, I just want to know like what is the situation now? Because like both teams, like if I was in that situation as well, I'd be pretty much like worn out. Like if I was like okay, like the first game, if I was on Fan5, I'd be like so pissed and like shit. We took that game so long. We tried our best, we lost. I guess we should have just CC'd earlier. And then second game they win, and they're like, oh shit, guys, we're like one level up. We can probably win this entire whole freaking series. So I don't know what's going on in the minds of the players right now. It would be kind of interesting to
Yeah.
see if we can have a little camera inside there to see what's going on.
An inside view
Yeah.
Exactly.
of what's
Actually,
going on.
we were just about to start the third game, but Fan5 just got disconnected from chat. So chat server having a bit of a problem, and we just got S2'd again. But I hope that it's gonna be okay. But that's it, game 3. Okay, what are the heroes you think are gonna be on? I'm just gonna ask Lark and Ailey. So Lark, what are the heroes you think is gonna be on Fan5, and Ailey, what do you think are the heroes that will definitely benefit? Impunity.storm.
I demand a Tempest.
The Tempest, that's it.
Yeah, I really want to see a Tempest, really. Just one Tempest, big black hole, and just end it. Really. I don't know, man. I'm biased, and I really think Tempest is
What
OP.
the fuck was that?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that's Gamer Berryman. He just swung by our spectator chat and screamed out that he loves something or someone, I think, in general. And
Right.
sorry,
Yeah.
back to the point.
Alright, yeah, Tempest, pushy heroes. I don't know, I just want to see a fast game end and then see. I really don't know, man. But whatever it is, I hope it's gonna be a very interesting game, like no passive, boring farming. Everyone just stays in the farm and just steal other people's stacked ancients and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have to say that I would like to see, I would like to see Nox just playing those awesome hard carries, things like a Moon Queen, Dark Lady. I don't know what else is there. Like, let me take a quick look at the Larnatorium.
Dark Lady would be great.
The Dark Lady would be great,
Yeah.
especially if it was paired up with, like a Keep or even a Tempest. That would be just
Yeah.
insane and have extra damage. I want to see Baston playing Pebbles. I haven't seen Baston play Pebbles before. I think Pebbles is just a really
Pebbles.
strong hero. So it's kind of been forgotten a bit because there's always like things like
Yeah.
if they wanted to, they could go for Rally Tempest. That'd be pretty insane as well.
Mhm.
It's a lot of things. But yeah, I don't know, what do you think, Babel?
Okay, for sure, I want to see Moon Queen if it got banned, a Dark Lady or Nox for sure. I think that Nox can also play Gemini, but I'm guessing all 3 of those are actually going to get banned already. So I will not be surprised if Nox whips out his secret weapon. That's a Dampier, Dampier, yeah.
Ooh, damn
Green Pier, yeah. So that's gonna be Nox, and I think in general, want to see Baston playing as the Fate. That is a must. But now that they have first pick, I think they're gonna first pick the Fate, and that's gonna mean that Hellbourne team might want to go for the MOA again. Legion
they
side's
started
gonna
the
have.
game?
No, haven't. I'm just guessing.
Okay.
Just being Prophet Babel guessing.
Prophet,
So
Prophet Babel.
yeah, man. And on Legion team, I would be expecting an engineer after that. So Nova engineer, Fate as well, and we will have Dampier carry and Emperor. I think that it's gonna be a bubble swim in this game, or it could also be Retrodeck. Doesn't really matter. But VN, I think he might want to play as a Tempest in this game because Tempest is just big. But it will all boil down to what the first few picks are, and I don't think that Nova's gonna give up engineer, nor is he gonna give up Fate, nor is he gonna give up a carry. So that's why I don't think Tempest is gonna be possible. Whereas for Mang side, Fan5 side. Which is being drafted by Mang, of course. I want to see dual carry again. That worked out very well for them. That means that they are able to hold aggression. Mid lane, I want to see a bit extra aggression. So maybe if they cannot get a Fate, I don't think they can get. I want to see a Magmus in this game, for sure. Magmus will provide a bit of a counter in terms of AoE. They were lacking AoE in the first game, that's why they lost. But in this one, yeah, that's what I think. And I mean, right now we are just waiting for the game to start. So other than what you think, let's ask the viewers what they think. And I think that there are some questions and mainly asking for knees from Ailey's.
Knees?
Knee.
Knees?
Show
the
knee.
Are you
face,
serious?
I don't.
Get over it.
I don't know
Oh,
what's
shit.
what's with the show knee thing.
I
But
have no idea.
It's from if I'm not mistaken, it's something
The
to
same-
do with
Ooh.
Heimer and a stream last
This
time.
is funny. There's a Thai sender.
Hi, sender.
Yeah, DDoSing the
Uh.
shit out of Fan5. But yeah, I don't know. I think Parasite is probably gonna be swapped out in this game number 3. I don't think they're gonna run Parasite again, because if they pick things like a Tempest, it would be much more better for them if they are not trying to go for more of that early game aggression. Because they can still push down, they can still take decent team fights. You know, Tempest, Elemental Void can always turn team fights around. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, with a Tempest, I want to see how VN actually is going to roll on that one as well. That is also going to mean that we have a bit of a, extra ganky kind of a route. And in terms of early push, and that's going to be the case.
What?
Yep, I'm actually addressing a bit of a question. So we are looking at the game going to start soon, I hope today. But Lark, now that we have Ailey here with us, let's just ask her what are some of the recent projects that she's handling and where we can find her, since she's been so kind to appear on our pathetic stream here. So I out.
Wait, there's
So
still in-
sad.
Mabel, don't stab it in. But okay. Oh, whoa, that's actually M18. But anyway, back to the point. Elise, where can we find you and where you're from and some stuff like that, because I think that they
Where
will
can
want to
you
know.
find me?
Yeah.
You mean games? I play Blackshot with my boyfriend now, but I don't think that's
She's got a
relevant.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh
you're-
no!
We need to start killing people today.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah,
boyfriend.
but yeah, why don't you like tell your fans like what's your
I don't have fans.
and stuff like that?
What?
Yeah,
Your,
maybe.
your Facebook fan page and stuff like that if you have
Fan
any.
page? Don't bother. I gave up on my fan page quite a while ago.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess coming here is I just want to have fun.
Okay.
I haven't seen any games recently because I haven't been playing HoN much. Too busy with my own stuff. I just had my birthday yesterday, so I expect a lot of presents from people here.
We'll go back to that topic later. By the way, guys, game 3 just started here, so let's just carry on, and we'll go back to Elise after this entire game. Thank you for being with us, Elise. We'll be back to you after this one. I hope that you guys are just psyched up for this, because there goes